Hello, everyone, and welcome into your daily card pull for Tuesday, August 22nd. So, we'll be taking a look at what messages God, Spirit, the Divine has coming in for you for today. So, let's go ahead and jump in to our fire signs. So, that's going to be our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And remember, tomorrow we do have Mercury going into retrograde. So make sure you get plenty of sleep, lots of meditation, drink lots of water, work on grounding, since sometimes it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. But let's see what's coming through for our fire signs. The High Priestess. So this is that inner wisdom, that divine feminine energy connecting to your higher conscious. So that's it's about, letting your ego quiet itself so that you can hear that inner wisdom, so that you can hear that intuition. And I was listening to this. It's a big jump there. I was listening to, it was a really short video by Matt Kahn. So if this is something you're interested in, check it out. It was just a couple minutes long, but it was talking about the difference between intuition and ego. And it was really saying that when you get to a point where you're listening to your intuition, it's just kind of that calm whisper and that push, and there's not really necessarily a reason behind it. So when it's your intuition that's moving you to do something or behave a certain way, it doesn't give this laundry list of explanations like, well, you should do this because of this, this, and this. When you have that sort of, voice in your head that's saying, well, you need to behave like this, or you need to think this because of X, Y, Z, and this is why you should or shouldn't do certain things, that's usually ego. So ego is usually either looking to, the way he phrased it was, maximize pleasure or minimize pain. And so it'll be more of a drawn out thought in your head as to why you should do something if it's coming from ego. All right, your Gaia card is Tree of Life, fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. So the destiny part, let's put these down towards the edge. The destiny part really goes hand in hand with that inner wisdom and that kind of higher consciousness that you're connecting in with destiny and with these magical blessings. But part of that comes through as you're connecting to that inner wisdom, as you're connecting to that divine feminine energy and getting out of, this card flipped over, as you're getting out of your headspace. So it's Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So also going with the destiny and magical blessings. And then the card I actually pulled is the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. So you can see all the people kind of coming together in that picture. And then in this one, this grandmother of Jesus card. So some of that, if you're not a Christian, in terms of how this would resonate with you, is there's a lot of talk about that, they call it that Christ love, that unconditional love. So, so if you're not a Christian, thinking about it in that respects of laying the foundations of how do you create that unconditional love, and that's part of the divine plan. All right, and let's pull one of these. I'm almost done with my oracle deck that I've been working on creating, so we'll see what comes through here. Oh, and the cards are kind of sticking together because it was spray paint, so I'll just grab both of those and pull them out. Make sure you're sharing your energy intentionally. Some of these, I don't know how well they'll show up. And with that, it's about when you're sharing your energy, you don't necessarily have to let everybody access your energy all of the time. And then the other card was listen to your anger. It's trying to protect you. And that was something I had heard that before, and I had read that one of the things to think about is the part of you that gets angry is the part that's trying to protect your inner child. Like if you get really angry because, somebody blows you off, or ghosts you or something like that. It's that sense of my inner child is being mistreated. I have to stand up for my inner child. And, that feeling of I'm not going to allow myself to be mistreated. So that's what that card is about, is when you get angry, if you can, try to step back from it and say, why am I getting angry? This is a really hot topic for me. This is something that really needs to be worked through, whether it's that you have something you need to heal, or whether it's that you need to make a change in your life because somebody is not respecting you or not treating you correctly, but or what you view as being the correct way to treat you. But this one, to make sure you're sharing your energy intentionally, this is, and both of these cards actually kind of go along with boundaries and setting boundaries. And just because somebody wants to be in your energetic field doesn't mean you have to let them. So it's kind of that whole thing, in the business world, we would talk about, lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. So just because somebody's coming to you like, oh, I need you to do this right now. Well, is it your responsibility to do it? Like, just because it's somebody saying that they need your help, and I'm not saying like be mean to people and blow people off all the time, but think about who you're sharing your energy with, how you're sharing it, and what, where do you really want to be putting your energy? So if you're using all of your good, excited energy or, motivated energy during the day, responding to everybody else that has all these fires, and then you go home and you have nothing to give to your family, is that the way you want to allocate your energy? Or do you want to make sure you're maintaining strong enough boundaries that when you get home, you still have good energy for your family? So something to think about, but, and those are things that will help you along your path, is being able to set some of those boundaries. But then, the other part of this at the beginning, like with the High Priestess and with your Tree of Life card and the Great Gathering, is really about tapping into and having faith in that, in the divine and in divine timing and the divine plan. So that is for our fire signs. And next we'll move on to our earth signs. So that's our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And let's see what comes in for our earth signs. The moon. So this card, I feel like it's been coming out actually quite a bit in readings, in different sign groupings. But remember, it's either about lies and deceit and illusions, or it's about fears and doubts. So that's something to be mindful of, that there could be somebody in your energetic field that's not being honest with you. And moonlight, travel, romance, potential. So I've had these cards come out at least one other time, maybe two, where we get the moon card and then moonlight. So that, even though underneath it says travel, romance, potential, I think that's also really pointing to the fact that you have that moon energy. So earth signs, there's some of that moon energy. So be mindful of the energy of people around you, and are you being told the truth, or are you being told a lie? You don't want to let your fears and doubts run away with you, but with both of those together, it seems like there's potentially something that's not on the up and up. So this card is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And so when we talk about bringing something new in, usually it means that something else has to go, whether that's, certain mindsets have to change, certain beliefs have to go, maybe certain jobs have to go, or time commitments, or for some people it could be relationships, friends, or romantic partners. Let's see what's coming up here. Thank you for the lesson. So this is about if there is a, even if it's a painful lesson that you're going through, making sure to thank the universe, have gratitude for the lesson that you're learning, even though it may have been a tough one. So I would say if these are kind of going together, that maybe the lesson is that there's somebody that's not to be trusted. But the thank you for the lesson part kind of being along those lines of, well, thank goodness I learned it now and not, 5 years from now type of situation. So, which it's okay to be sad if certain things in your life change, but as best you can, try to look for what the lesson is there. All right, let's take a look at our water signs. The sun. So this is that good, strong, powerful, like happy energy, joy, success, that things are going well, and radiating that positive, happy light. A couple cards jump out here. Zen Garden, which is inner sanctuary, and liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. So, so with that, if you're able to break free from a negative attachment, then you can really shine that light. You can be that sun energy and know that there's joy and blessings waiting for you on the other side of breaking free from negative attachments that you may have. All right, Starseed. What lights you up? So this is all about tapping into, smooth that down a little bit. This is all about tapping into what is your soul path? What is your mission here? What is it that you're supposed to be learning? Let's get those up. And this is that great time to be working on your meditation, grounding, trying to figure out what your path is. Remember, you chose this lesson. So if you're, with this breaking free from negative attachments, is kind of that idea of you chose what lessons you wanted to learn before you incarnated here. So there's a reason why you chose the circumstances that you did. So you were the one that chose it, kind of the idea of, if this was a video game, you chose your avatar, you chose what level you were playing, or what world or what scenario you were playing. And sometimes I find that helps me when it's something that feels like it's really tough. And it's like, oh, why is this happening? And trying to remember, okay, I chose this for a reason. So, all right. Last but not least, our air signs. So the devil. So air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the devil energy. That's that temptation energy. So it usually has to do with addictions, or sometimes it's like unforeseen failures. So addictions, whether that's, drugs, alcohol, shopping, gambling. These were the two that came out. Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding, and the temptress, seduction, deceit, and broken promises. So those were the ones that came out. So that definitely goes with this devil energy. So whether that's you are standing in that energy, or whether it's somebody else in your energetic field, and you're kind of being given the heads up to be mindful of that devil energy, and that temptress type of energy. So some of it too, and this temptress energy, it may not necessarily be a specific person that is seducing you, but also remember too, with the devil energy, when we talk about addictions, some of it is also it's whatever's pulling you off your path, which can also be procrastination. It can also, that's kind of that devil energy of, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'll get to that later. I just feel like being lazy, which everybody's entitled to having those days where you just don't feel like doing a whole lot. But make sure that you're not getting yourself stuck into such a rut where it's like, I just don't feel like doing anything. And, you blink and it's a year later and you've literally sat around doing nothing that you wanted to be doing. So, yeah, that devil energy is like anything that's going to be pulling you off of your path, off of where you intended your life to go. Your light worker card is Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So that's something, know that this has been divinely orchestrated. And so this goes with that Gaia card, that spiritual understanding and wisdom and knowledge. So you are being pulled in the right direction. Like it's interesting. It's kind of this like push pull energy. So like these, these ones are trying to pull you down. These ones are trying to, pull you back up or push you back up. So let's see what is coming out on these cards for you. Okay, so two of them. Your hard work will pay off. There you go. Yeah, some of these are a little bit harder to see, but I like the way the silver looks on the cards. It's a little bit less stark. Well, this one stuck to it. Relief shall come quickly. So those two, if you've been really struggling with something, know that you're getting towards the end of that struggle, and things are going to be changing. So your hard work's going to pay off, and relief will come quickly. So I didn't, when I was shuffling, I didn't write these cards and put them straight together. So that's a good message, kind of like that double hit of a message there. So hopefully you found today's reading to be helpful, and it's giving you something to think about as you head into your day. And as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. So I did post a twin flame video yesterday as well, if that's something, if you're on a twin flame journey and wanted to check that one out. Otherwise, there's also one of those Is This Your Person videos, and I'll be doing another one of those later this week as well. So hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted when those new videos post. Otherwise, in the meantime, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.